How will all this be impacting our Indian markets? We have our team of research who's joining in with us to set us up for trade, as well as tell you which are the important stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. First up, we have Vamakshi, who's here to tell us what are we looking out for in the market, what is the trade setup looking like. Good morning, Vamakshi.
Well, good morning, Vinny. Yesterday was all about stock-specific action. When we look at the Nifty, it managed to bounce back from the 22,800 odd levels. It briefly managed to cross the 23,000 mark, but failed to sustain above it for the third consecutive session. At the end of the day, Nifty closed flat with a mild negative bias. Nifty Bank, on the other hand, after a long wait, saw a significant gain. In fact, most of the banking heavyweight stocks ended near the day's highest point. The broader market indices were the star of the show yesterday. They continue to outperform, with the mid-cap index gaining close to 1.5%, and Nifty small cap was also up more than 2%. But like I mentioned before, it was a stock-specific action day. We had themes like railway as well as defense that were in focus. All of these counters saw very big moves, which includes RVNL, Mascow Dock, GRSC as well as Zentech. Swiggy and Zomato were some other counters that were also a buzz yesterday. Stocks were up anywhere between 5 to 8%, as you can see on your screen. Capital market themes were also a buzz yesterday. BSE gained nearly 8% on the back of very strong volumes. Angel One was another counter that was in focus. As far as the US markets are concerned, they on the other hand had a very good run. S&P 500 made a fresh record high, and all three indices ended in the green. As far as the day today is concerned, we'll be keeping an eye out on the Nifty weekly expiry. We'll also be keeping an eye out on CIE Automotive, because the company is set to report its Q3 numbers. As far as key levels are concerned, keep an eye out on the 22,800 mark. That is an important support zone, and 23,000 is an important resistance zone. As far as the GIFT Nifty is concerned, it is indicating a negative start to the trading session today.
Okay, Vamakshi, thank you so much for that. But let's move on and look at the important stocks to watch out for in today's trading session. First up, we have Bharat Forge. The company's arm, Kalyani Strategic Systems, has signed a letter of intent with EM General USA for supply of cannons to the US. Moving on, we have Arcade Developers that will also be in focus because they've signed a project of developing some project land, which is around 740 crores in Malad West. So a good one coming in for the company. India Glycols, they've won an order of around 1,264 crores. This is to supply 180.6 milliliter ethanol to OMCs. So watch out for that one. Mahindra & Mahindra Group has signed and partnered with Anduril, a partner, to develop autonomous maritime systems as well as AI counter UAS tech. So that will be an important one for M&M Group. We also have Wadi Energies that's in focus as well. They've gotten an order to supply 362.5 MWP solar modules. Keep an eye on that. Signed ALM has announced the appointment of Mr. Banerjee as the CEO of the company and ED of the company. So keep an eye on that one. It's an important one for the company there. And Orchid Pharma, US FDA observations is what they've received for the API Tamil Nadu plant, which is an important one. And RITES has signed an MOU, which could keep the stock in focus. But that's the stocks to watch out for. Let's go across to Mangalam, who's here to tell us what is the important cues coming in the world of F&O.
Well, if you look at the markets yesterday, we had the Nifty, which was powered by the Nifty Bank. The Nifty IT actually kept a bit of a cut on the frontline index, though the implied open is suggesting a 100-point cut, and that would make it right close to yesterday's low when it opens. The good part about yesterday's trading session and the previous three trading sessions was the Nifty was making slightly higher lows. So if you look at it, on Feb 17, the low on the Nifty was 22,725. Then that inched slightly higher to 22,800 and now 22,815 itself. The broader markets outperformed, and that was the key positive takeaway yesterday. Mid-cap index and the small-cap index, both of them put in decent gains after a big drubbing that we've seen earlier itself. The Nifty Bank itself closed above the 20-day moving average. The FII selling was there, but it was lower than what we've seen earlier. The average was close to around 3,000, 4,000 odd crores earlier, but now it's come down to sub 2,000 crores, so that's a positive too. So the Nifty Bank, which closed above the 20-day moving average of 49,418, kept the FIIs positive on that. So if you look at the FII action in index futures, they net bought about 183 crores, but they sold about 400 crores in the Nifty futures and bought 355 crores in Nifty Bank futures. So that was a big positive because they are playing long Nifty Bank and short Nifty itself. There's still 16% long in index futures, 84% short. Today is a Thursday, which implies it's weekly options expiry for the Nifty. 22,800 put, very active, and the 23,000 call, equally active as well. Were we to cross the 23,050 mark, then maybe we can make an excursion to a 23,100. But as of now, the Nifty is positioned for that 22,750 to 23,050 range on the Nifty itself. The 20-day moving average on the Nifty still remains elusive. A lot of long positions added on BSE yesterday and some shots covered on Zomato. Swiggy did well in yesterday's trading session too. So let's see where they go from here.
Okay, Mangalam, thank you so much for that. Important cues in the world of F&O. That's what we're watching out for. On that note,